Evelyn, and I'm here with my mom to learn the basics of how to plant avocado.
Oh, wow, okay, nice.
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. The one step in the agricultural journey is to understand how is it done, who is doing it right, and how can I learn from them. AMA AgriTours with Salimo Wakilimo, I am here to take you on a tour with me to learn everything agriculture. Most importantly, how is it done? Let me tell you, it's not the money that you put and then you wasted. It's the time that you wasted when you're waiting for that crop, to fruit, to mature. And then it didn't. It got to a point where it became dormant and you didn't get the fruits you needed. So we are here to give you the first-hand training to make sure that you understand that the time is very necessary and important, that you put in the effort and the time is not wasted because you learnt it from the right people who are doing it right, and you need that information. So welcome to AMA AgriTours. Let's go to the farm. Let's adventure together. The rain will never, ever have anything on us. We will do it raining or not, in sun or not, we will do it. So how about we get to see, to learn, and to spot it all, because we are ready to see everything at hand. I am Salimo Wakilimo, the voice of agriculture, and I'm here to take you on a tour to see, learn, and experience what it looks like to do all this. Grow your mind and grow on ground. Let's go on a tour, let's adventure.
Something I need to mention about the people who are getting into the business now, especially when you're looking at why did we decide to do avocado? One, I have a lot of experience with the avocado because I grew up in a farm that was growing avocados. I grew up in Chuka, and my father in the 80s cut his coffee and put up avocados. That time it was fuete and mangoes. That is apple mangoes and Washington oranges. After he traveled to Israel, in his mind, my mother even left and told the mother, your son has gone mad, he's cut coffee, and now we are going to kill my children and all that. But when she looks back, because it's the time that coffee was taking a dip, she thanks God because it was something very different and we sold a lot. I remember every market day, my mom used to sell oranges this size. So she was having income throughout the year. So when you're doing your plan, you need to look at avocado. Am I having a short term, a medium term, and a long term crop? So in our farm here, our avocados is the long term because it was taking 1 year, and secondly, we only harvest after 1 full year cycle. Our short term was the herbs. The herbs is a very good short term because you're harvesting throughout the year. Even if it is high season, the prices are okay, because in a kilo you're going to almost, locally selling, you're going to even 400 shillings a kilo or 350 minimum. But you're selling throughout the year, only the high season inakuja chini. So that is ours. It's a complicated one, but not so complicated. It's not rocket science. So that was our short term. So you need to have a short term plan when you're getting to farm. Now our medium term, our choice would have been passion fruit. The demand for passion fruit, even locally, cannot be sustained. Even locally. Right now, I'm looking for passion for my client. 500 for the last 2 weeks, the order has been pending. It's moved to the next week, it's moved to the next week. Tumetafuta Tanzania, tumetafuta Rwanda. We can't get somebody to give us passion. Others will do purpose. Purpose are also good value, high value. Fruits that are coming at different types of the time, so that then your farm is busy throughout. You see? You're not sitting for a season and then you wait for long, and yet you have other operational costs. So that is how we are in the farm. That's very, very important. Yeah. Maize and beans, yes and no, but it's up to you and how much you feel you can do. But that is how we planned our structure. Yeah. So now we can go to the farm, and we have to go by car. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Mulching inashika mpaka hapa. In the hot season, hiyo jua inapiga mulch, inachoma, unakuta hii iko na ka round ring ka black. Na agriculture officer anakuambia ni fungal infection. Hakuna, ni hiyo. So when you put your mulching, it's not supposed to touch the stem. Umeniuliza swali moja, my mother-in-law used to ask me, hizi herbs unakula wewe ama unapeleka ng'ambo tu? Herbs, rosemary ni herbs, fresh herbs. Tarragon, basil, chives, dania. Hizo zote ni herbs. Ni nyingi. Na zinatumika differently. Rosemary mnajua siku hizi tumezijua, si ndio? Siku hizi tunajua tukichoma nyama tuna marinate na rosemary. Lakini ukienda Morocco, wakunywangi chai ya majani, wanakunywanga rosemary tea. Kwa sababu is very popular. It's used for many things. Wanasema it cures headache. Aya. Kuna thyme. Thyme, mnajua thyme. Wengine tunajua thyme sasa. Kuna tarragon kama ile. Tarragon nayo inatumika kwa. So some are used for lamb, for pork, for chicken, for seasoning. Chives inatumiwa seasoning. Hizo basil inatumiwa salads, inatumiwa kupika many things, yeah? So wale watu wa ng'ambo vile tunapenda sukuma, tunapenda ndivyo wanazitumia hizi herbs. So mainly we grow it for export. In Kenya, people use it as dried. Sasa tunaanza kutumia tu herbs, badala ya roiko mnaanza kutumia herbs hivyo. So in Kenya we're using it, but we use it dry. But in Europe they use it fresh. Herbs fresh. Now, for herbs, there's what you call the main and there's the puller. There's the puller herbs, the main ones. Zile ziko na demand kubwa sana. Na kuna zile zingine za kufuata za kujaza kibaba. So the two main ones is basil na nini? Na chives. Chives inakaa kama spring onion. Yeah? Now basil grows in hot areas. Chives grows in cold areas. Both of them are best grown indoors. They can grow outdoor, but they are best grown indoors. That means you have to have a greenhouse. That means the cost of entry, yani kufanya hiyo biashara, is expensive, but the returns are also high because it is a very expensive crop. Those two. I think in general, chives could fetch you here, nikikuja kukunulia mimi kama mwenye biashara hapa Kenya, I can buy for you at 500 to 600 shillings a kilo. Basil I can buy to you 400 to 450 shillings a kilo hapa Kenya. So you can imagine if you export it, what you're talking about. So the value is better when you export it. Okay? So that is basil. The rest, rosemary, thyme, tarragon, those ones are grown outside. Majoram, oregano, hizo zote ni za nje. Dania ni za nje, mnazijua. So that is the next one. Yeah? Dania is also very big, especially in Europe. In fact, dania in UK is bigger than basil. Bigger. Dania tunanunuanga huku na hizi vitu mnaonanga mnaeka fence hapa. They are for export. Yeah? I forgot to say something about soil tests. The first thing you do for any farming before you even talk of seeds is your soil test. Please get your soil right. What nutrition do you have in the soil and what don't you have? Mnaambiwa pandeni na DAP na watu wetu wa agriculture. With all due respect, why should I use DAP? Maybe I don't need to use DAP. Isn't it? Maybe I have a lot of that mineral that you're telling me to use already and I don't have this other one.
Ideally for basil, you're supposed to do 1.2 kgs export per square meter. Then you're in business. But ukiona hizi mashida zingine, you do 0 point something. By the time you realize margins zako ziko kidogo sana na running cost everything is not profitable. So this one is mandatory. After every 2, maximum of 3 cropping cycles, you have to sow this one, incorporate it, and then you have to cover for 21 days. Na unaweka maji kwa drip line once a week. Yeah, hii greenhouse plastic. Hii ikikuwa incorporated unaweka drip line zako, unakava kabisa. Hiyo gasi si. Hapa tu chini inalala, wewe unalalia chini na unafunika huko mwisho kabisa hiyo gasi isitoke. Just this one. So once a week unafungulia tu maji kidogo. Unaweka kukue moist ndio hiyo activity ya nini iendelee. After 21 days unakuja unafunua karatasi, you make your beds, you aerate the soil, alafu sasa una flash hiyo methyl sodium, iko phytotoxic sana. So for herbs especially sisi sasa wenye tunauza UK is very sensitive. We are governed by the market. It's not us who say what to spray. They'll give you a list and they'll give you a PHI for every chemical and against what, such that wakikwambia dawa ukipiga unakuja kuvuna after 14 days. If you harvest earlier than 14 days and you sell to them, they'll take a sample, send to their lab, then they will watakushika na hiyo dawa, na implications zake ziko very, wanakufungia license. They communicate, unajua sasa dawa they last na PCPB ya Kenya na PCPB ya huko kwao, then they take the product from us, they go do their own test, alafu watakwambia hii ni ya siku 21, hii ni ya siku 7, hii ni ya siku blah blah blah, and do not spray anything outside their list. Yes, they do, wanapima. Now pia they demand that you do your own test, but the rest ni 2 to 4 degrees. From hapa ikishaingia cold store receiving, grading, na inarudi dispatch cold store. Alafu kwa lori yenye itapeleka airport iko na fridge. Ikipeleka kwa ma go down kuna fridge uko ndani. So ikisha tolewa hapa, hiyo temperature inakuwa maintained mpaka kwa supermarket majuu. Yes. The more iko succulent, the more inapoteza maji haraka. Unaona matawi ni pana. So evapotranspiration iko juu. Na umesha harvest, so haikuwa supplied na mother plant. So it on its own. So ina nini? So the quicker the better. Chap chap unapeleka hapo, pick up hapo, cold store hivyo.
Which is the best way for harvesting?
You, by the hand, unatumia mkono and you harvest at the third node. 1, 2, 3. You see this node? You harvest from here.
Okay. Now it will again shoot again.
Now ukiharvestia hapo umewacha hizi mbili. This is what you harvest.
Oh,
next time.
Okay.
Yes. Basil only ndio 8 to 12. Everything else apart from, okay, hata mint, mint you harvest unaweka kwa ambient kwanza before uingize to 2 to 4. The rest ni 2 to 4. Chives ni 2 to 4. Ambient ni room temperature. Yes. Unapeleka kwa 2 to 4 direct. Yes. Nakwambia kama imebakisha 2 weeks na iko this size inakula mzuri. Recipe iko sawa. Na haina pest, haina madudu, haina anything. Iko very succulent. Hii sasa ninaweza vuna but nitashikwa na dawa. Haijamaliza PHI. Yes, unajua dawa inakuwa broken kwa metabolism. Yes.
So kuna kitu umesema earlier about per square meter.
Yes.
Hiyo per square meter. Umesema how many percent? 1.2.
Actually basil ikifika siku ya 7 maximum 10 days na ukose soko unavuna unatupa. Yes, huwezi alter crop hiyo nini. Hiyo cycle you have to maintain the cycle. Ikifika the 10th day kama hujapata soko, you harvest hivyo, you take una compost so that uachie hizo zingine ziendelee. You don't touch anything here kama mkono sio safi, because as much as tunatestiwa for MRL, tunatestiwa pia micros. We do monthly swabs kwa floor yetu mali kwa pack house. You swab kwa ground, unapeleka samples, you swab wafanyikazi huku kwa mkono, you swab drainage, you swab everything. Ufai kupatikana na E. coli, Staphylococcus, hizo vitu zote ufai kupatikana nazo. So it's very red basil is basil as well, but it's red basil. It's a different variety. Yes, hii ni sweet aroma too, hii ni red. But you're not after this. So in weed ni kuwekwe hii, so hautaipata kwa greenhouse. Tunataka hii. So unaweza funua tu hivi uangalie ni ngapi ziko kwa plug, how many stems. So we do 6. Zote 6. Inatoka na mid. Sasa kama unaona ni 2, huwezi panda 2. You joint na plug nyingine. Una joint, unadunga kwa shimo moja. So that uko sure utapata 1.4 kgs gross.
But I encourage the young people especially, get into basil. It's a good business for you people. Yeah. All right. Plus the old. Yeah. So this is something you need to document. You need to be aware of as farmers. Your biggest threat right now is that. Yeah? FCM. FCM and mosquito bug. Those two. Avocado trees, now for those of you who wanted to know, so how many do I get per tree? When a tree is 2 years, because that's when it gives you production, it should give you something like 80 to 100 to 150 fruits per tree. 2 years. By the time it gets to 3 years, when you say now it's mature enough to give you production, you're going to see some of them there. They should be giving 250 to 300. Unaona hiyo year inalengana na production. Ideally you can say 4 years should give you 400. But because of other circumstances you can say 350. 5 years should give you 500, but you can say 450. So that is how it goes now. The challenge is some are lazy, some are active. Sunlight is a very big factor. So if I'm putting 3 by 3 na nafanya fence, hiyo sunlight itakujia wapi? We are in the tropics, we are in the equator. Ukikata hii muti pale kimuti katikati, umeingisha sunlight ndani. Umeget? So, assuming this line was meaty like this, nimekata pale juu na hiyo ingine imekatwa juu. So the sun can come in and it sits in there for long hours because we're in the equator. So if it's sitting for long hours, ni kumini ina distribute light pande hii na pande hii ya muti. On the row, because I have a lot of distance, when the sun is rising, inagonga pande hii. Ikikuja katikati, inakuja juu. Ikiset, inagonga pande hii. I'm covered. Some countries can't achieve that. Some landscapes can't achieve that. Kwa sababu shamba yako iko hivi. So, na sun ina rise. Kwa hivyo muti ingii sana. Yeah? But maybe ikiset inaguza. First of all, the person who was pruning, next year, hii itaenda. Why? What do you think? Why will this one go? Exactly. Hata ukikuja ndani hapa utaona hii ndio inazuia sunlight kuingia ndani. So itakatiwa wapi? Hapa. Ukikatia hapa, what will happen? Mzee? I can cut here or I can cut here. But where should I cut? Up juu ya kidole kidogo. So ukikata hapa chini, if you have an infection umeua huyu. So must kata hapo juu. Not too far, hapa. Sawa. Now what I see Kenyans doing on the pruning happening is that hii inakatiwa hapa. And also remember that avocado trees are shallow roots. You don't need to take it very far. It eats from up here. So when you take it very far, unapoteza wakati. Secondly, when you do a very big hole, then you are encouraging water to trap. And where you have put the roots down there, that means they will not be getting the sunshine. They enjoy when they get that sunshine. That's why we put them up there. They grow better when they're getting sunshine, they multiply better, and their feet, they move faster. So you put it on a 6 by 6 and make sure the soil is loose enough, but you also make sure it is hipped. Why do we want to hip it? We told you the reason. We don't want to put it down like the banana, because when you put it like a grave, then that is a source of trapping water. There is no aeration. There is no sunshine. That sunshine for the avocado tree is very, very important. Ukimwekea roots kule chini na aoni jua, atakwambia I am going into dormancy. I'm not growing. Yeah? Yeah, so you put it up here and your roots zinasakilate. Ndio naona hata tukiweka feeding, I think we'll show you about feeding. You see, you feed at the canopy. The canopy. And you only dig a small trench. Very small trench. At the end, mahali muti imefika, hapo ndio feeder roots ziko. I see the mistake farmers make, they put their feeding at the stem. Hapo hakuna roots. Roots zake ziko mahali leaves zimefika. So you dig a small trench, unamwaga manyua yako yote, hata kama ni manyua kama hii, alafu unafunika. Sasa itakula vizuri. Unafunika. Ukiacha juu, because they also have a lot of nitrogen. Manure has a lot of nitrogen and all those. Yote inapotea. So manure inaachwa ikiwa waste. Okay? If you're using the manure and not this type of manure, Eric should tell you that we normally prepare it to make the nutrients in the manure ready for consumption. Kwa sababu, challenge ya manure, because I know this is a question that an intelligent person will ask. So why did you choose this? Because it is new for us over the manure that other farmers are using. The reason is, tunaleteangwa manure like here, hii muti we put 5 debes, 5 to 10 debes. That man has collected manure from Subukia, some others from Kajiado, some others from everywhere else. So if you ask what is the nutritional value of this manure, you can't tell. Yes, iko na value lakini you can't tell. So unakutanga hata manure ile hii muti inakula, hiyo ya mbuzi, labda ni ile ili break down, ile inakula saa hii ile ya last year but one. Saa hii ndio ina break down ndio muti ichukue. But for this one, we know hiyo manure inakuliwa saa hiyo. So what we used to do, we used to prepare manure. Na hii hawa ndio walifundishwa hiyo. Sisi tujui, tuko tunajua. But if you go to the older generation ya wakulima, wanakuambianga, wanafunikanga manure, wanaeka, what do you call, put molasses na EM, essential microorganisms. That's something you buy in the shops. Una mix, unafunika, manure inaiva. By the time utoe hapo, ukikuja hapo, those ime break down to a way that hiyo chakula sasa iko available kwa mumea. So that is the reason why we are changing as we get to know more, right? Any questions about the manure?
And this manure, do you use it also
Yes.
on every...
We are adapting it for everything. We are adapting it for everything.
So we are here with one of the AgriTourists. Saizi nawaita AgriTourist, unajua. So tuambie jina lako and what you had come to learn at Karakuta.
Okay, my name is Evelyn Roberts. I came to Karakuta to learn about the basics of planting and growing avocado. Basically, I've not been using the best manure there before. I've been using the animals and stuff like that. But having come to Karakuta, I've learned about the inaugural and the ways of how to plant avocado. Yes.
At AMA AgriTours, we accommodate people who are in school who want to learn more about agriculture, especially if you've taken agriculture as a career, as a course, or as a subject in high school. So here we have one of the students who came with us to just learn a few things about Hass Avocado and the herbs. Let me hear from you. So what's your name?
My name is Hospital Njoroge. I'm a Form 4 student right now, and I'm happy I'm happy to actually come here. I've not wasted my time. I've learned a lot of things according to what I've been learning in school. You first do soil testing. When you're planting avocados, you do soil testing. You understand what your soil lacks, and then you choose the correct rootstock for your area. The rootstock actually is the one that helps the plant to get more nutrients and water from the ground. And I've learned a lot on different types of avocado trees. There are a lot of them. The different rootstocks cannot grow in different areas, in different humidity, in different soils. There's a lot of things in avocado that I did not know that I've understood. Things that were lies but now are true. So avocados can grow in coasts, in salty areas, in high humidity areas. Does not matter. The thing is the rootstock. And yeah.
Your father does Hass Avocado somewhere in Geshagi. So what is that one thing that you've learned here that you're going to tell him? Here you did wrong, let's do it right.
First, I'm going to tell him to uproot all those avocado trees. They have stunted growth. Like they are not growing. We have been told that now they were not as so their roots were not adapted well. So they stayed in a dormancy period. So they were not even producing. Even after they come up now, they are going to be so azitaza vizuri. So the best thing right now is to uproot them, test that soil, and plant others. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Are you going to come for another tour?
Yes, a lot. Anything, any tour. of things I don't know. Knowledge is power. It will one day help me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, you have that knowledge is power. And at AMA AgriTours, we are giving you the knowledge that you need to know. Where does your food come from? What do I eat? And who plants that? Who is this farmer? How do they do it? Hey, check out on AMA AgriTours. Hata watoto wako watakuja because they will come and train you what you didn't know. Huyo amesema babake anaenda kuuproot. Babake ni babangu. Peace.
Yes, it was worth it. Yeah, welcome. You learn more and get knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you had it on yourself. Check out AMA AgriTours for the next tour. Don't be left out. The adventure is worth it. Tuambie jina lako and what you are here to learn about.
Okay, my name is Nixon Meli. Today I came here with, I was curious about avocados and herbs, specifically the basil. So I'm interested in starting a small project with basil. So, and I found out that Karakuta is among the best in the market. So that's exactly what brought me here today. Yeah.
So what is that one lesson or two lessons you learned today that you want to take into practice for your agricultural journey?
I think the biggest one is involve experts. Don't compromise on quality. And the other one is you have to be hands-on.
In future, you want to do all those basil and everything. What is that one thing in your mind that you want to now come for another tour? Which other tour do you want us to plan?
Another tour. Maybe where we can now be trained. Yes. Because for today it was a tour. So maybe if you involve a bit of a blend of the two. Yes. A bit of training. Of course it might take longer, preferably on a warmer day, but more training than tour. Yeah, so for me, if I ever come to Karakuta again, I'll be coming for now, preferably training. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Well.
Appreciated.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so you heard it, right? At AMA AgriTours, we put in the effort to make sure you get feedback. Next time, you get the hands-on practical training for all your agricultural journey, because here is where you come, you see, you learn, and then you go grow. Growing is in your mind and out there. What are you about to grow? First60
Spacing is a question that is asked all the time that people visit the farm. You've seen that we have spacing from 60 to 3, 7 row to row. In our farms like this, we have 4 by 4. In the other farm that you visited, we had the 5 by 6. But I say that it is a personal decision, and this decision has to be informed by knowledge. So for example, you want to see how much, what other things are you doing in that farm? If it's entirely an orchard, then you decide whether to go for intensity or not. Secondly, you know that when you have intensity like here, you're not going to do mechanization, but it's okay because these days you don't have to mechanize. You can spray using drones, but you have to manage the farm using pruning, because there's a way that you manage the horizontal lines and you get by your 8 by your 8 in later years, when then they become a struggle. But the advantage of a farm like this one is that it will give a quicker return on investment, because you see per acre here we have 221, whereas in the other farm that we were in, where the spacing was 7 by 6, we have about 90 something trees. So if you do your maths, the clever one is the person who's gone for intensity, because then they start having their money faster because the volumes are more. So spacing should be a personal decision.